Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dweebz Japanese. I'm one of your hosts, Khalil.
I'm your true host, Patrick. Pinky up.
Ooh yeah, look at that.
Pinky.
Wow. Is that a
Pinky's
Hawaii?
up. Is that a puppy?
Is it a Hawaii? What is on there?
Oh, it's Norway. And look how beat up this cup is.
Holy cow.
I swear,
okay. There
I swear I didn't take any bites out of it.
Did you just smash it around?
I think I just smashed it on the table.
Whenever you finish your drink, it's
So angry. I was like so Viking, just channeling my inner Viking.
Makes sense.
Welcome
Alright,
to the
well,
podcast, everybody.
Yes, welcome. I think I mentioned this. This is episode 40.
Yes,
Maybe
episode
we did.
40. This sounds like a
Episode
milestone.
40.
It takes
Almost.
10 weeks to get to a multitude of 10, obviously. But
Well, in 12 weeks, we'll have a true milestone.
yes, 1
Year's
year,
worth of content.
52 weeks in a year.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Dude, yeah, it's coming though. It'll be here before we know it.
That's insane.
Anyway, we recently finished watching Death Note episode 7,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a very dialogue-heavy episode, as most of them tend to be.
Yep.
Oops.
Dialogue heavy.
Yeah, so-
lots of progression with like her and
Yeah, I
him.
didn't catch either
What's
of
her
her fake
name?
names. Yeah,
her name.
Right.
Right.
it started
Her-
like an M or something, I think.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Not Miko or
Light.
Naga.
yeah, Light and her
Light doll.
was they were talking and walking a long way, and
Whole long way.
it seemed like they were kind of, or Lighto was trying to kind of tease out information from her. It seemed like he was trying to figure out what she knows, and obviously his main goal was to get her real name, because after he tried to,
Her main go- her-
after he,
yeah. His main
Yeah,
girl
after-
was to get her dead.
yeah, and when he tried the first time, he was surprised to find that she gave him a fake name.
Yeah. Gime.
Yeah.
Fake name.
Almost the
So she was using that to like as a precaution or whatever.
Yeah, and then for some reason she just gave him her real name. I didn't
Hard.
understand how we came to that.
So he was convincing her that he was a detective on the case too, and basically he was like in charge of the case.
Interesting.
Despite being in high school or whatever he was saying.
Yeah.
In high school, I'm a high schooler, but you know, and then near the end he's like, we should work together.
Mhm.
And he's like, could I have your business card basically?
Yeah.
And it's like contact information kind of thing. And then she's like, sure. So she finally gave, and then she's like, oh yeah, and also the name I gave you earlier was a fake name.
hmm
And then he's like, oh, great. He's like, I'm the killer. After he
Yeah.
received the thing. And I thought it was going to be like, she gave him a fake card or something, or, you know,
Oh, that
she
would have
was,
been insane.
I thought she was going to be a little bit more
Yeah, like careful.
safe, careful. Because I thought that she thought and knew that he was a killer. But apparently not. And, yeah, near the end, she was walking toward the noose, which was sort of like metaphorical or whatever, right? But we
Yeah.
don't know if the next episode she's going to die, or if she
And-
also gave him a fake
That's
card.
Probably not. Man, that would have been.
And she's
yeah.
she's feigning ignorance or something.
We'll have to find out next week, man.
I
Interesting
think her character is cool, and I don't want her to die. I think it would be really cool for her to continue and like work with L. She also said that she worked under L, so in
Yeah.
America or something.
That's the interesting thing. Her
I like-
connection to L seemed like she knew where he was too.
Yeah, like she knew that she's like, oh yeah, L. Once he sees me, you know, I can tell her or him my name or whatever. Like I don't really get that why they were talking about that. I think she wanted to communicate all of the stuff that she knew to him.
Gotcha.
But yeah, working under him at the FBI in America, like I don't know
Gotcha.
why she was there,
That's
or maybe it
probably-
was the American FBI in Japan. I have no idea. Other way, L is like known to her.
Yeah. Which I thought was interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
What's
Pretty
that?
weird.
Oh yeah. The other I guess the only really other thing that happened was the other investigators, like Lighto's dad and his group.
Oh yeah.
They all got their fake badges.
Fake badges. Yep.
Yeah. I was kind of confused on that scene with that guy walking by them. Like I thought something was gonna happen, you know.
Guy
And then nothing
walking
did.
by them.
Remember he had the umbrella and he was leaving Elle's apartment, Elle's like room. And then he walked. See, you don't even remember because it was just so like what?
Subtle.
Yeah, like I don't understand what the point of it was.
Honestly, I was probably like looking at my dictionary or something.
Gotcha.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it didn't really amount to anything anyway. So
okay. Yeah.
at least, yeah.
It is also interesting seeing Elle's headquarters or whatever, and Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred.
Basically. So it makes me think he's from like a wealthy family. He can just spend all of his time on these cases
Right.
for fun or something.
It's a hobby.
Or maybe he's just rich because of his help with the FBI and
Those
just
cases.
his smarts and his
He's a
ultra caffeinated self.
certainly he's a unique guy,
He's
man.
not sleeping very well.
Yeah, you can tell by his eyes. I like
Yeah.
the way he holds his cell phone. He's just like,
His cell phone like this, like it's
Yeah.
a dirty diaper.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Even when he was on the phone. Sweet. So that was the recap of that episode. Lots of progression in the story, sort of. Like, I guess the main thing is that the interesting detective might be dead.
Right.
Come
And
next
it's kind
episode.
of also showing Lighto's rapid descent.
Even
down
darker
to,
side, yeah. He's
Yeah.
like Anakin in Star
Yeah.
Wars. He's about to
Not
kill all
the
the younglings.
younglings.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the younglings! Anakin!
Alright, so
Yeah.
let's move on to the Wall of Shame again.
Wall of Shame!
We got repeating numbers. So we got win because the moon radical gives the gladiator radical the strength radical to win.
This is the first one, right?
The
Yeah.
first one. At 50-50, and the pronunciation is hold on. Show. The Shogun wants you to win.
The Shogun wants
This is
you
a
to
new
win.
word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the Shogun always wins.
The Shogun always wins.
Or at least they did. They lost, eventually.
What? I mean, yeah, in one way or another, they did lose, huh? Alright. Next one, another new one. We got name and thing. Or, sorry, famous and
Name thing!
Famous thing. So it's like local specialty you're able to. Yeah. So that one's not too bad.
Popular thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's a little different than.
Yube?
Well, yeah. I was trying to think. Like osusume.
Osusume? Osusume is like recommendation.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's it's like popular thing.
It's like something
Statistically or whatever.
like Washington's maintenance do would be like apples, right? Like that kind of thing. Like their local, what they're known for, kind of.
Yeah. Yes. I think so. Yeah. It doesn't come up in normal conversation all that much, but I think you could say that.
Gotcha. Would it be more like for just like you'd see on something?
Yeah, like a label or
tag
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that Yume is probably just more,
more use.
Yeah, if you want to say, well, I guess maybe it's okay for that type of conversation. If you're having a conversation, you're like, oh, Washington or Ringo ga Yume. It's like you're saying, that the apples from Washington State, Washington Shu, are famous. Versus saying like, I think maybe it's more written. I don't really hear it spoken too much.
Interesting.
But it is common. It's a common word.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely see it written more. Like at the store or something, yeah.
So in terms of conversation, Yume would be more...
I think so.
common.
Like, don't quote me on that. I think
Yeah.
so. At least from what I hear. I don't hear maybe it's too much in conversation. It is definitely common, though, and I do hear it. It's just not as common as, like, Yume or Ninki. Ninki's, like, popular.
Oh, yeah.
Yume is, like, more famous.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe it's more sort of, like, the proper word for that very specific case of, like, the popular thing. Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. What do you got? Ah,
Hey, look at that! Still stuck on Sue.
Sue.
Yay, Hinge. The next one is a new word, and that's why I'm doing terrible. The meaning I'm having trouble with for some reason. I don't know why I'm having trouble with it. I think it's because there's other words that look similar, minus the second kanji. I just see the first kanji and immediately type in the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The first kanji is drum.
Drum?
The second kanji, drum. And the second kanji is membrane. So drum membrane is eardrum.
Oh, that makes
sense. The first kanji though is drum, and there's another one that I been learning. What's the other ones? I don't even remember the other ones. Like taiko is in there, but there's another word that I was learning that has ko in the beginning and has something else at the end. And so I think I get this one and the other one confused. Again, this is like recent-ish, than last week. So that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
Not so good. But drum membrane, I know it's eardrum. Makes sense. I just got to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to fight those like muscle memory instinct kind of things.
Yeah, especially when you have so many reviews and you just want to get them all done. Like I still have... I've been trying to finish my review queue for the past, like, week-ish.
Oh, yeah? How close are you?
How close am I?
getting
I'm
there?
at 60 now today.
60?
I've been hovering around like 250 to 150 to 250. Like I've just been doing reviews. We only do like 100.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get down to 0 so that I can do my lessons because I haven't done lessons in a while.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. Like I have the lifetime Wanikani subscription.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I'm taking my time. It actually is kind of sad thinking about.
Yeah, about getting to the end.
We got to get into the end. However, I do want to finish, so it would be cool.
One of these days, man.
Doesn't mean I'm going to stop, though. I'm definitely going to continue.
Of course.
So,
Okay.
what do you got? Vocabulary words.
So the first one's kind of interesting.
Kinda.
It's hentai.
So,
I forgot the E.
the first kanji, I think that means universal? Or does it mean... No, it means universal. Universal, and the second one is peach. And the last one is body.
Peach?
The universal peach body.
What could that be, Patrick? You gotta guess.
Universal peach body.
Give me a hint, though. It's in here somewhere.
Oh, your. Oh, geez. Is it the prefrontal cortex, or is it your
Primal.
amygdala?
Yeah, it's amygdala.
Oh,
You did it.
the universal peach body. Yeah.
Yeah, amygdala. It's your fear center in your brain. Makes you afraid of things.
So, Coco, our dog's universal peach body, is a little bit overactive.
Yeah.
For sure. He's like hiding with every little sound.
Yeah, Coco.
Universal peach body.
Yeah, I found this from,
how'd that come up?
I saw a comic. It was like a
Oh.
It was in Japanese, and I was assuming it was a Bloodborne, like the video game comic. And there's an enemy in there called the amygdala. And it was a little. The writing of the enemy is different from this, but it just made me want to look up the actual like part. You know.
Yeah. Remind
So I
me
thought
what
that was
Bloodborne is. I know what it is, but I forgot.
It's like a Victorian era kind of Dark Souls. It's by From Software, so it's like they're.
Is that out yet or no?
Yeah, it's been out. It's a PlayStation.
Is it newer?
Exclusive.
Oh, that's why I don't know too much
why.
about it. I think I saw a couple previews. Yeah.
I think it's rather old
Gotcha.
by now.
Oh, okay.
2016.
There's so many PlayStation games I want to play. That's cool though.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of words you learn from. This is obviously anatomy, which there's a lot of these type of funny words. But from video games and stuff, they use a lot of. It's the games that we play like fantasy words.
Yeah.
This is not a fantasy word, obviously, but yeah, there's a lot of good stuff if you play video games. To just see the same things over and over, and pop up during Wanikani when you in your lessons, and you'll be like, "Oh, I know that word. I've been seeing that for the past couple of years that I've been playing this game." Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is Hiji.
Ichi.
It's elbow.
Yeah.
It's
The attached moon.
the attached moon. Yeah. I know knee is hiza, but I didn't know elbow. Because I remember in high school, or was it high school? In junior high school, in Japanese class, we were taught the head, shoulders, knees, and toes song
Oh yeah.
in Japanese. So I knew knees, but I wasn't sure about elbow. So there you go. And I like how they're similar. Hiji and hiza.
Yep. Elbows at the bee's knees.
Yeah, you said it here. Heard it here first. All right, and the next one is Gime. We talked about that
Yeah.
earlier. That was from that was from Death
Death
Note.
Note.
Oh my god!
I know. Darker than black
Just
just rolls
say
off the
that.
tongue. Death Note is a little bit harder to say.
Yeah. So we said this before. It means a fake name. So what does that first kanji mean?
It means
Just
doubt.
doubt. Okay.
Like gimon also means doubt is the noun.
Okay.
And gi is in there. It means like false or doubt.
Mhm.
The kanji.
Okay.
Second one obviously means name.
Interesting.
Yeah. So false name. False name. Gime.
Very nice. Gime. What do you have?
I got a lot.
Ooh.
So dote. Dote is
What then?
Dote is the name of the episode that we just
Episode,
watched
right?
in Darker Than or Death Note. Just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Death
man.
Note, episode 7. And so Don is the onyami for Kumori. Kumori is cloudy. So cloudy heaven or sky is like gloomy weather. So Donte. It's gloomy weather. The next one is suizo-en. So suizo is pancreas, and then en is like inflammation.
Ooh.
So pancreas inflammation is pancreatitis.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, we were talking about older dogs, and that came up. Yakuwari is role, like as in your role in a decision, your role in a company, your role in the party, the group of people. Yakuwari.
Mhm.
Yaku is like duty, and then wari is division.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of makes
Makes
sense.
sense.
Ninshiki is like recognition. So endure, and then the next one is like knowledge. So the enduring knowledge of the onslaught of knowledge means you've come to a higher state, an enlightened state of recognition. Ninshiki. Tsurizao is a fishing pole. So fishing is the first one, and then the next one's like a pole. Zao. Actually, I have not learned this through Wanikani yet, so I wonder if I'm going to.
Whoa, interesting.
No idea. Yeah, it's weird. It's like super simple.
Mm-hmm.
At least I don't think I have, but
Because those radicals, I've already learned.
yeah. I would
Interesting.
assume I would have learned this like way earlier, but maybe that's something they missed. I have no idea. Next one is Genchi Chotatsu. Genchi Chotatsu, sorry. Genchi Chotatsu. It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
It's like a tongue twister. Genchi is like the current location. You see this a lot in like navigation apps. Like Genchi is your current location. Genchi also means current location, so you see it probably in video games too. This is where you are in the map or in the world or whatever. Chotatsu is like it's like procuring, like procuring something from something. So for example, you'll see this in the manga, putting these together, Tsurizao, Genchi Chotatsu, Genchi is like the current location. Chotatsu is like procuring something. So making like a makeshift, basically, using what's available in the land.
Oh, interesting.
So you'll see that he'll make a fishing rod from what's available in the land. Chotatsu is like procuring something from genchi, which is the local current location area. Yeah. We don't really say procuring much in our normal everyday speak in English, but it just basically means, another synonym for that would be to make shift, to make something.
Yeah.
To create something.
Cool.
From genchi, which is your local, which is your location. Nikkori means to smile. It means like to grin. So grinning, kind of smiling, grinning, sweetly. And then nico is another way to say that. Like nico is somebody who's just grinning a lot. It's a happy face on.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's read the manga. You can watch me read the manga. They have some recommendations. Let's go over to the manga first. All right, so we left off right here, right? Mayo, これもいけそうよ。うん。これ串使わない方が早くないか? Okay. お姉ちゃんの役割, there's a word. So the role of a bigger sister. お姉ちゃんの役割. あ、ワンコだ. Sorry. あ、ワンコがいる. 本当だ、ワンコだ. It's a doggy. 餌をあげちゃダメだよ。ほのめ。人間から餌をもらえるって認識させたら自分で狩りをできなくなっちゃう。So 人間 is humans, right? 餌 is like food, dog food. もらえるって認識させたら、認識 is like to recognize, right? So we just learned. させたら is like to let them recognize that 自分で狩りをできなくなっちゃう。So 自分で is like, by themselves. 狩りをできなくなっちゃう。狩り is hunting. をできなくなっちゃう。できなくなっちゃう means like to become not able to do. To become not able to do. できなくなる is another way to say that, but chao is like short colloquial for できなくなってしまう turns into できなくなっちゃう. But しまう means to do something, to make a mistake kind of thing. And so that's typically added to the end of, it's a really common thing. It's like added to the end of verbs to say something happened that wasn't expected in a bad way. Like, like 食べちゃう. Like, oh, I'm, eating it and maybe I shouldn't be eating it, but 食べちゃう. Like, I'm going to eat it. Or, しちゃった. しちゃった is really common, like for a lot of girls will say that. Like Judy says it all the time. It's like, しちゃった. Like, oh, I accidentally did that. Type of thing. Or if, I came back home, I was like, oh, is there still brownies left? It's like, 食べちゃった. Like, 食べちゃった is like, oh, I ate them all. So in this case, 認識させたら自分で狩りをできなくなっちゃう. So if the dog recognizes that it can get food from humans, 人間から餌をもらえる, then it's not going to hunt anymore. Basically, it can't hunt anymore because it's just going to get food from humans.
Yeah. Gotcha.
結果的に早く死んじゃうことになるんだよ. So 結果的に it's like in the consequence of that 結果的に the consequence of that is that they'll die earlier. And he's like listening. だからそれは自分で食べてね. So だから because of that you should eat it yourself. Even though he wants to give it to the dog. And he's looking at the dog and eating it right in front of him. 見せつけながら食べてみたいになっちゃった。見 見せつけながら食べてるみたいになっちゃった。So she is saying like, oh, he was just eating like regularly before, but now he's like looking at it and eating like, you can't get this from me type of thing. 娘の成長. So 成長 means to like grow up. 成長する is like to grow up from a kid to an adult. So 成長した. Yeah. And it also means probably, you can also say like, 成長した meaning that they grew up mentally too. You know, maybe they were kind of childish before. And then 成長した is like they literally means became long. 成長. It can mean physically, it can mean mentally. Like they grew up.
Wow.
So, 前はもうだいぶしっかりしたお姉ちゃんになったわね。She's all embarrassed. 焼けたよ。スコスコ。ダダ。The little puppy's running.
No.
To his mama, or I guess Dada.
Dada. Sweet.
男のロマ。安いよ、安いよ。1本100円だよ。She's acting like she's selling these. なお、マヨ。一旦だいぶ串から取らないか。She's like still taking him off the off the skewers, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you just take them all off the all off the skewers? You shouldn't even be using the skewers anymore. It's kind of like pointless." マヨ見ろ、魚釣れたよ。Sorry. 魚釣れたぞ。He just caught some fish. ゲップ。お兄ちゃん、釣り竿なんて持ってたの？ So 釣り竿 is the fishing rod.
Mm-hmm.
釣り竿はこれだ。針と糸だけ持ってきて、あとは現地調達。So he said, this is the fishing rod. 針と糸. So 針 is like needle. It also means hook.
Oh.
So he just brought a hook and he brought some thread. 糸。だけ持ってきて。So he just brought those things. あとは現地調達. The rest of it he got from this area. 現地調達. And so basically just the stick. 野生的だろう. 野生的 is like wild. 野生 means wild, and then teki is like wild, right? だろう. So isn't it like a wild thing? 今なら俺無人島でも basically an unpopulated island. 無人島でも暮らせそうな気がするぜ. Like because of me doing this kind of stuff, I bet I could live on an island without any people.
Wow.
Yeah. そうなんだ。おめでとう。ゲップ。テンション下がる。とりあえずリリースしてくるわ。She's like not interested at all. She's super full. She's just like trying to deal with all the food in her belly. It's like とりあえず well, リリース like just to let go, right? To release. してくるわ. He's gonna go release the fish. 息子の成長. So ほのめ is the son, right? 人間から餌をもらえるって認識させたら結果的に早く死んじゃうんだよ. That's what she said before, right? So he's thinking about it. He's looking at the kushi. He's looking at the skewer stick with all the stuff on it, tofu and stuff. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to the puppy. Goo, mogu mogu. They're eating it. They're all happy. The daddy dog is all happy now because they can eat. Nikori, she's all happy.
Nice.
The mama watching Honome. Good boy, good boy.
Boy.
You're a good boy. Alright. That's the end of Hachiwa. The end of the last one. You have to look at that comment that somebody said. やっぱりほのめさん。やっぱりほのめがいい子だな。無表情だけど。He has no lack of it. He has a blank look on his face. 無表情。 No expression. 家族って感じでいいですね。もしかしてほのめくんが一番可愛いんじゃね Like ほのめ is the most
popular,
cutest. Yeah, apparently all of the not housewives, but like all the women, they're really cute. Great, fantastic. We're done with that. Is there anything you want to recommend? I saw you had something there, Comic Walker.
It's just a quick one. It's like Comico. It's just another source for people if they like reading. It's just a little different variety. It seems to be more similar to like normal serialized manga in terms of the formats.
Okay.
It
looks exactly like Comico.
Right?
Maybe even
like
a copy.
It might even be the same. I have no idea.
Interesting.
Let's see, they have a little free section on the left. Is it
Video manga?
Video manga. I haven't read any, but they look interesting.
Gunfista.
It seems to be a different set. They look different than so.
Are these webtoons?
I don't think they're the long ones either. Oh. Yeah, I don't. Here, I'm just going for the one. I don't think they are. Some of them might be.
This cop one looks kind of interesting. Coffee Moon. What the heck is that?
Yeah, they're kind of structured like traditional manga. And this one is
Rebuild World. Rebuild World. There's a bunch of interesting looking ones.
Yeah, that's Gundam.
There's Gundam in there?
Yeah, the gold one.
Interesting. Oh yeah, there are just like regular comics that you can read. Do you have to? How do you move along?
How do you what? Move your mouse to the left, and you can go
left. Oh, I see.
You can go to the next page. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Kind of small. Very interesting though. Very interesting. Don't know what this is about at all.
Same. I might have started at not episode 1.
I thought I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought I clicked episode 1. Yeah.
No.
Episode 1. What are you talking about, man?
Oh,
where's the description for the? Oh yeah. So, 作品紹介. So what is that? 資格があれば誰でも持ってる AI 銃と普及した日本. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm very curious. There's probably a lot of interesting mangas here. It would be good to find one and read a little bit along, so make sure it's good, and then potentially switch off between Pastel Kazoku and some other manga.
Yeah.
Also, guys, if you if you guys are watching and have a recommendation for a manga that you want to read, it's not like I would say it could be famous in manga too that we haven't read or anything, or maybe we're not super familiar with.
Yeah.
Or maybe one that is. I don't know. I mean, I assume that there are not like the super famous, Hagane no Rankin Jutsushi, like the Full Metal Alchemist. Like, I don't think there's that on here.
Oh yeah. I don't know. This is just the free section.
Jutsushi. Like that might be on here. That's not. But something that you just recommend anything. Recommend anything. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of interesting looking ones. Lots of like fanfic, booby manga that we probably want to stay away from. But what on earth? What is going on? Okay, we'll get this later, but this is really cool. Comic Walker. Yeah, I'd never heard about that.
Yeah, it does look exactly like Comic Walker. You're right. I didn't realize that until I saw it. I saw you had it open along with it. It might just be a subsidiary or whatever.
Good resource. Comico is paid. Honestly, there's so much. Comico is awesome, and I think that I probably wouldn't even mind paying, because I want to support like the platform and hopefully the artists too. I hope they get paid. That'd be great. I haven't actually looked at any of that.
I would hope that it's more than.
It looks like, honestly, Comico looks like a platform that does that, because they have like there are certain comics that have paid options, right? And then some
Yeah.
that don't. So I would imagine they would. But I'm not sure. Anyways, let's end this bad boy.
All right.
Thank you guys for. What are you doing? That was scary.
I was winding up. Thanks for watching. Hey, you were watching
with us. Thank you for watching with us.
Whoa, I don't like that.
Please stay tuned
Back
until
away.
the next episode. We will be waiting
Oh,
ever so patiently, ever so silently for you to arrive. Just walk in. Walk in. Don't say a word. Just walk in. Hold my hand.
Oh, well.
Okay.
And with that, see you later, guys. Smash
Ja.
the like button.
3, 2, 1, smash that like button, hit subscribe, tell all your friends, share on your social medias, on the Faki book, and the Insta,
Oh, yeah,
and
on
on
the
the Google
Gram.
Plus, and then on the
Google Plus.
the 8kun,
That
and
messenger, man.
a messenger, MSN,
Yeah.
Live or whatever it was,
Oh, man.
AOL.
Yeah, he'll.
See you all there, Comcast forums. And then Reddit. Tumblr. Is Tumblr still around?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Bye bye! じゃあね until next week. Bye bye!
She,
See ya!